What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 14, episode 13. A run punch to the gut. So the girls are getting ready to go to Jamaica. Okay, everybody getting ready. We got Marlo talking to her people. You know, the kids about to come back home. Her sister about ready for them to go. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that, Sheree, ma'am. Sheree got a whole team now that she's sitting down with that's trying to plan this Sheree. She about Sheree little fashion show. Baby, you know what? Let me just put this out here. I joke about Sheree and this goddamn she about Sheree because everybody has, and it has literally become the joke of goddamn Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? It is the fashion line that never was. You know what I'm saying? And till this day, it still is, okay? But I'm secretly rooting for the girl, all right? I don't want to see her fail. But in order to fail, you gotta start. Sheree, I don't know, like, girl, a part of me feel like Sheree is doing all of this just so she can have a storyline, and so that, you know, um, it can make it seem like she doing something, because after Real Housewives of Atlanta go off, I feel like she gonna throw that shit to the side, and then if she come back next season, she gonna pick it back up and make it seem like, okay, well, this didn't happen this way, so let me start it again. That's what I feel like. It's just a seasonal thing, you know. Let me play like I got a little bit of interest in this, and, you know, just to keep the girls on their toes or whatever, or waiting. I have no idea what this is, okay, because at this point, Sheree, stop it. Stop it, because I want you to stop making a fool of yourself. I want the girls to stop making a fool of you because you making a fool of yourself. That's what I want, all right? Moving on from that, she talked to her team about getting some models. I said, girl, are they really going to have some clothes to model? How you have a fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful. Baby, I can't wait to see Dwight. I can't wait to see Dwight. Anyway, moving on from there, we get Kenya. She getting ready or whatever. Drew FaceTimes her. You know, Drew and her are FaceTiming. I said, it's just so crazy how them two are like real good friends now. I ain't gonna say real good friends, but they like buddy because this is not what we had last season. Okay, last season, you know, Kenya couldn't stand Drew for whatever reason. I said, now Kenya Bam, what's going on? Why you coming at the lady the way that you was coming at the lady? But it was a little bit understandable because Drew got on my nerves a little bit towards the end, and I feel like that's what it was for everybody. But shit, Kenya really didn't get that girl a chance last season, but now they're cool. So I'm all the way cool with this newfound friendship or whatever it is that they have. And you know, they talking about everything that's going on. Drew getting her eyelashes done or whatever. They getting ready for Jamaica. You know, girl, they had to go in on freaking. Let me tell you something. Now, when I said that I said that they complain too much. Yes, them ladies complain too much, and y'all act like, you know, you always gotta have somebody serve y'all or whatever at a goddamn party. Bitch, get your own plate. You know what I'm saying? But I would be lying to myself if I did not think that that party was not up to 100% par for adults, okay? So when they called it a little bit of party city, I do agree. My part was, I feel like what I was really only complaining about was them complaining about being served. I really didn't like, you know, Kenya talking about the food to Sonya's face right then and there. Bitch, take me to the side and tell me, bitch, don't ever get this person that you ever got, okay? That's the only critique I'm gonna tell you right about now. Don't ever get them again, okay? I don't believe in embarrassing people right then and right there. But then again, it's Sonya, so anyway, let me stop, because Sonya has been getting on my goddamn nerves, all right? Every time I see her, it just, I used to like her so much, and I don't dislike her now. It's just that I need her off this show so I can go back to really liking her again like I used to, okay? Because I'm not liking this side of her, you know what I'm saying? But they was talking about how it was Party City, them balloons that really wasn't inflated, okay? The shit that wasn't working and everything, the food that was dry and everything. And I said, I mean, yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. But then they started talking about the rules and stuff that she was talking about that they needed and everything, and how some of it looked like it was directed towards Drew. And she was like, I'm trying to see if y'all cool or whatever. whatever. Drew was like, listen, I ain't got no issue with the lady. If they got issues with me, that's on them, okay? I'm finna go to Jamaica and I'm finna enjoy myself. That's just what it is. And I said that's the type of attitude that you need to have in this type of situation. And you got an issue, baby, that's on you. That ain't me and ain't finna stress me out, okay? But, I feel as though with Sonya doing a little much with them rules, a couple of them, but the only ones that she really needed to tell them was, to be careful about the marijuana situation. That's it, honestly. Okay, other than that, let them people go there and have fun. And people was having an issue with the fact that us who believed that Sonya was doing too much about the +1 thing, it really wasn't a +1. She was making emphasis about making it a couple. Yes, we understand that Kenya got into her feelings a little bit when was it Candy had her little get together or something like that, and she didn't realize that it was a +1 type of situation or a couple thing or whatever. Because she said she would have brought a +1. I think she said something like that. But she did make a big deal about it because everybody else was bringing like a +1. Candy never said that it had to be a couple thing. Candy said just so by the wayside, just so happened to say, I mean, if you want to bring somebody, you can bring somebody. Okay, it wasn't mandatory or anything like that. And she never said be a couple. Okay, it was a +1 type of situation. In this thing with Sonya was making it so that they had to bring a couple. Like, you have to be a couple, like in a relationship or something that you're talking to or whatever. When you got 3 other people in a group, 3 people that's in a relationship and 3 people that's not. That didn't make sense. And it's like, why are we harping on this couple thing? Just say +1. Because +1 means you can bring a dude or a girl, a friend, a boo, a what, you know what I'm saying? Not making it so mandatory to be a couple. And don't say, well, I don't see what the problem is about them having the men on. Nobody had an issue with them having the men come because the men mostly go to most of them trips like this all the time too. Plus, Ross is going to be there anyway because this is part of his business. He's part of our fit. Nobody had an issue with that. It's just the wording in all of that. Sometimes y'all just don't listen. Anyway, so they was talking about that, and Kenya said she's gonna be staying a little bit later, a few more days later, because it's her birthday. She's gonna be celebrating her birthday out there. I said, you gotta do what you gotta do, bitch. I ain't gotta pay to get out here, but bitch, I'm gonna pay to party. Okay, that's what it is. I paid them a couple of days that I gotta stay late. I ain't gonna pay the whole trip, but I stay there and pay them a couple of days that I'm gonna stay late. I like that. Meanwhile, you get Sonya and Ross, or Sonya and Aaron, they up there trying to train and get a little bit in a little bit of shape with their friend / brother-in-law, who was a college friend of theirs, Terrell, who is married to Sonya's sister. Baby, all them motherfuckers up in their house. I just need to see how big the house is because they all got kids and they all got, well, at least, Sonya's sister got multiple kids, like more than one. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, ugh. And plus the parents, it's just too much. It's just too much. But, they making it work or whatever. And, it was cute. I will say this scene was cute. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them trying to work out. Bitch, I need to do that. Can't wait till my foot heal up so I could get back to it. But, you got that. The kids coming in, doing a little push-up competition with each other, trying to do the little crunches. And Ross, he hasn't really spoken to the other men, about the whole situation of them coming to the Jamaica. But he looking forward to it so they can do some little AV. And he said it right. Well, we go ATVing and all that shit while y'all go do y'all drama. I said, you know it. You already know. Drama. Because that's what happens when the women get together. I said, we'll see how this trip turn out. Because Sonya is on this, coming to Jamaica. This would be a trip where everybody can just have peace and, come together. I said, no, girl. No, girl. You mean to tell me you ain't seen not one episode or one season of goddamn Real Housewives of Atlanta? The trips is where all the shit falls the fuck apart, okay? I'm just letting you know, ma'am. This ain't no kumbaya. So Drew and Ralph was at the house, and Ralph said, oh my God, bitch, it is hot up in here. Let's turn the AC up. She was like, but what about, he said the kids ain't here. Plus, I'm looking out for you because I don't want your wig to lift. Baby, when he said that shit, I fell out, okay? I fell the fuck out because y'all know Drew had some issues with that wig, her wigs and all that shit last season and everything, and When he said that, I said, damn, Ralph, this is the first time that I actually seen you genuinely show some concern from your wife. You really show some concern for your wife. Okay. He said, listen, I don't want that shit to live. Baby, what type of wig is this? Because I ain't never seen this one. Bring Shasa back. What is it? Hold on. Sasha. I said everybody want a Sasha, okay? Everybody want a goddamn Sasha, but that Sasha wig that, that picture that they showed, she looked real pretty in that. I said, yeah, Drew, bring that one back because you look real nice right there. But they get to talking or whatever, and they get into, they're about to get ready to go to Jamaica. That's what the whole premise of this episode is. They're about to go to Jamaica. But also, Ralph is in the process of doing this book on step parenting, okay? And I don't know how I feel. Like, I can see how Drew can feel a certain way, but I also feel like a little bit like she's doing a little much. And this goes to show that the way that I'm kind of like interpreting it in my head is like, you don't trust your man enough not to say something negative or not to say just the truth about what's going on in his experience without you being there. Because she's talking about the book, right? And then the whole issue about the adoption of her son or whatever, Josiah, and that came up earlier in the season. And it was an issue trying to understand why he won't adopt a boy. I said the same thing too. Like, I mean, you already there. Like, you been in his life. Go ahead and adopt the child. But then we get a reason why. Okay, listen to what this is, and this is what Drew told us. Okay, Drew said Ralph talked to his mom. I mean, to her mother about adopting Josiah, saying that's what he wanted to do. But then he went to the dad, Josiah's father, and told him that's what he wanted to do as well. Josiah's father was not here for it. So therefore, to respect him, he said he's not going to do it. Drew, on the other hand, is like, now you're writing this book about step parenting, and I just don't understand. I'm just really confused about where things going. I said, what's confusing? What is confusing? I don't get... Drew, you're making this a little bit more difficult than it has to be. You already got the reasoning, okay? Just because he's not adopting your child and he's not going to be legally your child's father, but his stepfather, that does not mean he can't write a book about stepfather or I should say being a step parent or whatever. There's no confusion there. The reason is the dad will have an issue with, I guess, giving over his legal rights. I don't know how that situation goes. The birth parent has to give over their legal right, and he will become the legal parent, right? So y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm truly, but y'all get it, And I'm sitting here like, so what are you confused about? He's not going to adopt the child because the daddy don't want him to adopt the child. He just want him to be the stepdaddy, okay? He don't want his rights to be taken away or anything if that's what happens, if that happens, And it's okay if he want to do a book about step parenting because he's technically still a step parent. Regardless of the fact that he's been in that child's life for the majority of his life, he's not legally his father. You know what I'm saying? He's his stepfather if you want to go by real terms. Yes, he's his daddy. He's his daddy, and he's probably more of a father than his father really was. But in the terms of how he came into the relationship as his stepfather. So he's going to write a book on that experience, his experience, okay? So his publisher shows up. I said, look at Judge Maybelline. Girl, she looked like Judge Maybelline, but she was beautiful. Her skin was everything. I'm so tired of looking at people with these 27 pieces because, listen, even though hers fit her head, I'm still tripping off of P-Valley. Why they put that wig on Farrah hair like that? Why they put that wig on Farrah hair like that? And she gonna have that shit on next week. I want to knock it off, okay? Anyway, moving on. So she comes over. Ralph want to include Drew into the, the little meeting that they're about to have since the whole situation with the, assistant didn't go well. And so Drew gets in there and they're just talking about, the process of what's going on, what he's writing about a little bit, but she's still acting like she's so confused about everything that's happening. and she wants to understand how come he didn't include her into the actual process of writing a book, like getting her opinion and all this. That's what she wants. She wanted to be right underneath him as he was writing, because she don't want to be, I guess, blindsided about whatever it is that's being written in the book. Is he writing about me? Is he going to be saying something negative and all this stuff? And my whole thing is, I get it, because I would want to know, but at the same time, I would trust my mate, my spouse, enough to know that he or she, well, he in this situation is not gonna disrespect me publicly, like, oh well, he are. Girl, cause y'all already know Ralph done did that shit. Ralph told her ass, listen, bitch, you ain't deserve no goddamn lobster dinner. You deserve the Lunchable, okay? That's disrespect. Ralph done went down to Tampa because he was mad for a couple of days and they tell nobody, okay? That's disrespectful. But at the same time, I really think, like, if your relationship was that intact or whatever, and you trust your husband enough, you would know that he would not put you out there and make you come out to be like this horrible person or whatever. So I get it. Could he have included her a little bit, like step by step, let her read a little something here and there? Yeah, but at the same time, I kind of like trust my mate and be like, okay, boo, this is your experience, okay? Whatever I may feel may be different from what you feel. And she getting all up in her feelings about not being, bitch, you ain't gonna be included in everything. And then, he had said, I wanted to do this process and I wanted to get my thoughts out first, and then I wanted to include you. And now it's that time to include you. But what I want you to do now, I want you to write the foreword. She said, so you went and wrote the whole goddamn book, and I don't even know a ounce of what this shit is finna say, and you want me to write the foreword. I said, yeah, write the foreword. Just say I love my husband, I love my son, and we this and we that. But I understood where Drew was coming from right then and there. Bitch, let me read something first before you want me to write the foreword, so I can decide whether or not I want to be honest or I have to suck it up and lie. Okay? Because, Ralph was cheesing like a goddamn... That's how he manipulate motherfuckers. Okay? You saw that... I said, Ralph. Drew was sitting there like, and then gonna give her this little wallet or whatever for her passport. I said, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. You know she ain't finna let this shit go. Cause y'all know Drew gonna carry it on. She gonna hold on to it or whatever. What do y'all think? I do feel like he should have involved her just a little bit, like, yeah, I'm writing about this and this is what, but it's not a new concept because he said this last season that he wanted to write a book. So I don't understand why Drew acting like she didn't know, or he can't write on his own, his experience. I really don't feel like he's gonna dog her out in the book. Like, yeah, y'all probably had y'all ups and downs, but that's being real. You going through the process of step parenting, and girl, Drew, I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, because I can see both sides. I can see both sides of the coin, So I ain't gonna completely write her off in her feelings, because it's a little justified. I see it, Drew. I see it, girl. You may be putting a little much on there, but I see it. Girl, now it's time to go to Jamaica, and here come, bitch, it's probably 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sonya come outside. We going to Jamaica. The sun ain't even up, bitch. The sun is not even up. We got the head beams on the goddamn scooter van to Sprinter van to light up the shit, and the lights on the camera, and you up here. We going to no, girl, sit down. It's too. I'm tired. I can't stand. I'm sorry. I am not a morning person like that. I cannot stand when people just come. Listen, we just got to work. I had to wake up early. It ain't even 9 o'clock yet. How is it that you are full of so much energy? Don't do that. Give me a few minutes to adjust to being up in this place again, okay? That's how I feel, okay? Let my eyes adjust, all right? The sleep still ain't, even though they clean, the sleep ain't out of it. She was just weak. I said, all right, girl. She said, so she gonna have this Sprinter van come pick up everybody because, she want everybody to be on time. I said, you the only one that had the best idea, bitch. Come on. I'm picking you up. Beep, 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 beep. Get your ass. Ain't no reason so you can say, I missed my ride. Your ride was right outside. I said, I'll give you that, Sonya. Girl, she talking about being on time. Ralph, not Ralph, but Aaron then looked through the thing and said, God damn. What? I done left my passport at the house. Your shit up in here, but my shit ain't. I said, ain't that about a bitch? He gotta go catch an Uber back and then an Uber to the airport. I said, oop. So then she go pick up Marlo. Marlo got her friend who is a florist, some guy or whatever. I said, huh. All right. So now it's not a couples trip. It's just a +1 trip, okay? Which was okay and what should have been said in the first place. So she got her friend there. Meanwhile, Candy is already, she lived close to the airport, but another Sprinter van came to pick up Sheree and her friend, which is some girl, and then Kenya. Kenya couldn't, her friend couldn't come. I think her friend was named Shay or whatever, or was it that her cousin? Either way, her +1 wasn't going to be able to come. She just dropped out for whatever reason. I forgot that she gave earlier. But, everybody's cool. I don't see the problem in it. We'll see how this go. I just hope everything goes. But then again, let me stop. So, they was a little bit worried that Aaron was gonna show up a little late, but he made the flight. They get to Jamaica or whatever, and they was just happy. I like the fact that they was happy that they was there. So far, so good, right? So far, so good. You know what I'm saying? Let's think happy thoughts like Sonya wants us to do. Peace, meditation, and fun. Okay, I will say this. The fact that they there and Sonya is keeping the momentum and the energy up, I do like it at that point. Because, bitch, we up now, okay? So, yeah, don't nobody want a boring-ass host, So, she cool on the bus, and we get everybody on the bus or whatever. Everybody's appreciative. They introduce their +1s and everything. Candy said, Marlo don't ever, as much as she be talking about everybody else's goddamn relationship and everybody else, man, she don't never want us to see her sponsors, okay, who she fucking around with. And I said that is true. We've never seen whoever it is that she's been in a relationship with, and if we have, I just don't remember it. That's how long ago it's been. But hey, it is what it is. Meanwhile, Mayetta is there with her husband. When Kenya said that her friend, she got sick, Sonya gonna say something. So she was sick. Now, the friend was sick. Now I'm kind of thinking that maybe it never was a friend coming. I said, now why would you put those two together? Come on, Minnie Marlo. Why would you put those two together like that? That is so dumb. Sonya, please don't do that. Please don't do that, okay? Anyway, moving on from that, everybody was having a good time. The Kiki introducing, the couples, or I should say the +1s, the husbands and all of that stuff. They was fun. Ralph and Todd making jokes, like long walk on the beach, and I'm a this and I'm a vegetarian and all that stuff. That was cute. That was funny. I liked it. So they get to the resort, what they're gonna be saying, and on the bus they was talking to Sonya about when was the last time she been to Jamaica, and she said it was last year, but when she was at the height of her height, when she was like training, when she was going through the Olympics and all that other stuff or whatever that she was doing, every time she'd come there to Jamaica, they had to have the police with them because she a big goddamn deal out there. Understandable, bitch, that's your people. She said by the time we get probably more into the trip, she gonna become even more Jamaican. I get it, okay? That's home. That's home. So I expect to hear the accent come out even more, you know what I'm saying? And so she was doing all of that. They get to the resort, she want to do something cute for Miss Kenya because it's her birthday. While they gonna be out there, so she got some rose petal put on all the floors. I said, damn, Sonya, you trying to Anyway, moving on. That was cute, girl. That was cute. But I ain't putting no rose petal on the floor for nobody. I ain't trying to bang. But okay. Anyway, and honestly, Sonya, you give me the tease that. Anyway, moving on from that. Y'all know me. I spot him a mile away, girl. Anyway, all it takes is one goddamn drink. Anyway, let me stop. They on their way to the golf carts so that they can go to their rooms. Baby, some dude done spotted Kenya. Kenya done spotted him. Next thing you know, they done did a goddamn U-turn. And they up there trying to talk. I said, I know that's right. Why bring sand to the beach when you can get some wet the goddamn bitch? Come on, man. Okay, fuck all that. Don't feel bad you ain't got no plus one. You better play around with what's there so you ain't got to go with the same one. I got to see your face every goddamn night. And you probably done pissed me off already. But I can go play with this one. I can go play with that one. But be safe because we still in the pandemic. But be safe with it. She said she back on the market, baby. I understand. Play that field. You're on vacation. We not judging. I ain't. Sonya, you was good for that, okay? Listen, I gotta give credit where credit is due because listen, Kenya kind of needed a little help. She probably could have did it herself, but you know, you the perfect wing woman, okay? Because Sonya had that young man come over there and say, listen, what's good? What's your name? How you doing? Where you from? Who you here with? Bag yourself, and I'm talking about unattached. And he said, oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm from England, and yes, I'm here with my brother, but I am unattached, okay? You want to come to dinner with us? She wants you to come to dinner with us. He said, sure, I'll come to dinner with y'all. I said, I know that's right. Girls, fuck that trying to get your groove back shit, that half groove or whatever. Can you just have some goddamn fun? You know, of course, when they finally get to the resort. Now, let me just say this. Todd ain't drinking, okay? He detoxing his body for right now. Understandable, that's fine. Candy sitting there, she hangry. I said, girl, that's all Candy ever be worried about is something to eat. Then when they finally get there, okay, Aaron had to tell them, yeah, you know, Kenya done met somebody else or whatever. It was like, did she talk to him? Here go Marlo. Did she talk to him or no? Did she approach him or did he approach her? She approached him. See, I knew it. I said, well, what's the problem, Marlo? It don't matter who the fuck who approached who. They both interested and they both accepted. So like, why we try to find issues with anything? Marlo is just a mess. Anyway, you know, they get to the hotel, the resort. We looking at the rooms. Everybody liking it. At least I think they was up in Sonya in the room. And so they was getting their food. She started sending out the key cards to which room is what. Sheree told us that her shit don't stink. Everybody. Your shit may not be a strong order, but I'm pretty sure that it do stink a little bit. Okay, but that was cute. That was funny. Bobby Lights really got a show with fucking Roland Ray. Zeus be putting out the dumbest shit. Anyway. So basically, she giving out the key cards, and your room is gonna be determined by how, if you liked her or whatever, or if you was cool with her and all that shit. If y'all ain't had no issues, and I said, well, damn, Drew, I bet you, Drew, if she gave Drew a shitty ass room, I mean, you know, Candy had to let us know this nice, even though I've been to this resort before. I said, okay, girl. Keep that to yourself, okay? Even though I've been, you want a cookie, kid? You probably do, cause your ass was hungry. I ain't even gonna let me take that back. You was just sitting there eating that plate up, okay? All of them was, but I said, damn, they ain't feed y'all on the flight. Shit. Anyway, so we getting ready for dinner, and I said, let's go ahead and let's get this dinner started, cause y'all know that's what all the fuck shit is about to happen. So it is time for the dinner, okay? Everybody going to their room. Surprisingly, Drew had a nice room. Okay, I said, all right, we really are making amends, and we just really trying to keep the peace. That's a good look, Sonya. I'm gonna give that to you, because my petty ass would have gave her the, bitch, you get the twin bed. You and Ralph gonna have to sleep on that twin bed, bitch. If I felt as strong as Sonya felt about Drew, bitch, get a twin bed, okay? But no, Toya. Anyway, wrong person. What's her name? Kenya go to her door. We see the happy birthday sash on the door, whatever. She go up in there. Next thing you know, she getting dressed. Kenya look nice. Everybody look nice to me. You know what I'm saying? Kenya was trying to show the fuck out because she had that dude coming. I said, all right. She said, I'm gonna show a little ass crack and all that shit. Give him a little appetizer, you know, little teas and everything. He came through. Okay, mind you, he was texting right away. She was liking that. I said, okay, you know, brought her some Red Bull. They had a little pregame up in the hotel before they came down to the dinner. Honestly, if I just met your ass, you ain't coming to my dinner with the first time. I mean, I get it because bitch, we out of the country, and then I don't know you, so I get why she brought them all. But you know, brought him to the dealing with all of them. But honestly, would I have done that? Probably not, but I get it. It's probably like for a most safety thing, and she probably was a little nervous or whatever. But knowing how these motherfuckers act, hell no, I probably would have. But you know, when they saw that she came in or whatever, somebody gonna say she bringing her straight, and I'm pretty sure that was Marlo. Okay, um, Drew and Sonya, they had a moment. Sonya said, we're going to let that shit go for right now. It is what it is. I said, cool. Okay. Marlo, she there with her dude, her friend or whatever. Everybody's there. We having a good time, baby. They started questioning, oh boy, what's his name? John. Okay. They started questioning him and, you know, how old are you? Somebody said 28. He said 28. I said, oh, you offended? I thought he was younger than that. The way that he said 28. I said, oh, okay. You what, 25? You know, somebody said 32. Couldn't find out he 37. The producers was like, well, I thought you said you ain't want to date no young man, Kenya. She said, no, the fuck, I didn't never say that. I said 30 to 60. That's what it is, okay? 30 to 60, and he in that age range. I said, you know what? Stella got a groove back, bitch. Go ahead and do what you got to do. You know, that was cute. This side of Kenya, like drunk Kenya, is fun. Flirty, nervous Kenya around the dude that she kind of crushing on or got a little taste for, that's fun too. Okay, because we ain't getting no attitude, we ain't getting no drama or whatever. She kind of quiet, she blushing and everything. That's cute, that's fun. Meanwhile, you know, the friend, what's that girl name? Sheree friend Michelle, she gonna ask him boxes of brief. Oh boy said, I let that thing swing. Okay? Commando. It's too hot. It's too hot. Okay? Here go Kenya. I thought it was an extra leg underneath the table. I said, girl, shut up. That's nasty. All right? That is nasty. But anyway, you know, he over there blushing too and everything. They having a good time. So it gets onto the subject of Ralph, in this book that he's making, he's doing. I think it was Marlo who brought it up, right? And so they start talking about it, and then we get into this whole thing about whoever brought it up. But I know Marlo said, I applaud you for wanting to adopt, you know, Josiah. And he said, well, I'm not going to adopt him because, you know, his father had an issue with it. So therefore, I'm respecting his wishes. That's basically what it is. And I don't understand what's so difficult about that to understand. Okay. Marlo then proceeds to get into her feelings, and she was the main one that was protesting and trying to understand, how is it that you gonna say that you're gonna adopt somebody and then you take it back, and what you just gonna be there so that he can feel as though that, you know, you don't have as much love for him as you do for his own kids or whatever, like his biological kids and all that stuff. Meanwhile, Ralph has always put it out there that Josiah is his kid, regardless. That's his son, okay? Whether it's legally his son, biologically his son, or whatever, that's still his son. He don't even call Josiah his stepson. He calls him his son, okay? So for you to keep on putting see, this is why, Marlo, your insecurities are showing, your childhood trauma is showing, and that's the reason why this bitch be on here acting the way that she acts, okay? When you don't take care of the issues that has fucked you up in your whole life, as you get into an adulthood, you don't know how to fucking respond to certain things. And then you get triggered by the littlest thing. And then you start projecting your experience onto other people and your so-called feelings onto other people, okay? And that is exactly what Marlo sat there and she did, okay? Oh, well, you know, I was in the foster care system, and if somebody would have did that to me, I would have felt some type of way. You know, I'm sitting here like, she's trying to equate it to, well, you know, he's not going to feel loved or whatever, as if an adoption makes somebody feels loved. You know what I'm saying? It's almost as if, do you not remember or do you not know that there are people who have parents that literally broke up, and then they go about their way, and then the parents get married to other spouses and they become their step parents, and then the step parent is not always adopting them because the biological parent is very much in their life? An adoption, a step parent does not always have to adopt a freaking child, their stepchild, especially when they bio parent is still very much in their life or trying to fix a relationship. There is nothing wrong with that, Marlo. And she's projecting about how she would have felt and all this stuff. Girl, it's not the same situation. It is not. You was brought up in the foster care system. Josiah is not brought up in the foster care system. Josiah got a biological dad that he knows that's trying to make strides to be in his life, and he also has a stepfather that is very much in his life too. Okay, he didn't have to go through a system that you went through. So you're literally comparing somewhat apple and oranges. And Candy had to say this is not the same, and you should. Why are you getting so upset about it? Why are you protesting so much about it? And like, it went from that to you need to worry about your own kids, and then she was like, you need to worry about your nephews. Because she started coming at Candy too, because Candy basically was trying to. I wonder, bitch, why are you protesting so much? Okay, why is this making you mad so much? Why is this triggering you so much or whatever? And she was gonna tell her, well, you need to understand why you let pick your mama over your put your mama over your husband. Why you let your mama talk to your husband any type of way that she want to. And so then Candy hit her ass back with, but bitch, you the one that threw your nephews away. You the one that kicked your nephews out. Okay? So like, come on. Tit for fucking tat. I was here for the verbiage, okay? The back and forth. Because if you gonna start it and you want to go there when you got a whole bunch of shit underneath your goddamn thing, like you not, come on, we can go there. I said, Marlo is just, she just miserable. I just don't get it, bitch. Get you some fucking help. And this whole scene just showed that you need some fucking help. Go talk to somebody. Not a life coach, bitch. Go get you a goddamn therapist. Marlo is just, and you can say Candy, she kind of kicked it off. I don't know. Did she kick it off? Either fucking way, we still comparing oranges to apples or whatever, because Marlo was doing too much. And I don't even feel like Candy was the only one that was saying something. I probably have to go back and rewatch. But them two, it's just, I don't get it. Like, Marlo has the issue with Candy, and your insults that you have towards her, towards Kenya, it's just like, I just don't understand it. What is it? Because these women actually got to where they need to get to through actual hard work, and we really don't know exactly what it is that you done to get to what you got. Okay, and yeah, Candy brought the kids in, but we was talking about kids, okay? And you up here trying to come at somebody about, well, I would feel some type of way like this if somebody said they want to adopt me. But how your nephews feel when you left them, like you put them out and gave them to somebody else, and now they got to come back to you? How do you think they feel in that process? Okay, that's what could be said about you too. You know what I'm saying? So they going back and forth, and Marlo wanted to hit with the low blows, and I just really want her to come up with something else. Okay, because at the end of the day, just about everybody else is accomplished at that table that has actually something to show for it. Okay, you got late archives, but bitch, we know where everybody else, or mostly everybody else, money come from. Okay, granted, we don't need to be pocket watching or whatever, but we see the hard work that they put into it. Ever since you've been on this show, bitch, we don't know what the fuck you do. Okay, you have yet to clear up the room and how you get your money. Granted, it's none of our business, but that's just been a staple in the whole show. Okay, you're talking about Mama Joy said Ty was this, Ty was that, ain't worth the damn or whatever. Okay, that was 10 years ago. That was when she was getting to know that man. You don't know if that's how she feel right now. Why are you bringing that shit up? They are still fucking together, okay? And yet, you are not in no relationship. And if you were, we don't know shit about it. You don't put it out there on Front Street so people can't talk shit about it. But then you can talk shit about everybody else's relationship, but yet you ain't got no man either, okay? Or what? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just kills me. It kills me with that. Then you get upset because you get hit in your face with the truth. You did let your nephews go, okay? And then you want to throw at Candy, well, you take care of this person. Did you take care of some kids? Candy said, I took care of my nephews, my cousins or whatever, until they needed to be, Melvin and Patrick or whatever. She took care of them, and she said, bitch, I ain't never let them go, okay? They ain't never had leave. And then, trying to make it seem as if Candy can't be a good mother because she works. She works a lot of jobs. Bitch, you don't do shit compared to what they do, and you couldn't handle fucking them goddamn kids for a couple of years. You had to get up. and you had to let them go. But these people, they sit here and they take care of their goddamn kids. Granted, you ain't in this thing to be no mother, and you literally showing that you are not mother material. I get that. Everybody ain't born or made to be a goddamn mother. That's perfectly fine. Okay, that this was sprung upon you. You could have said no and passed it over to your sister or passed it over to another family member, but you said yes. Let me take these boys in. I give you that. That was the reason why I really wanted you on here, to get your piece so I could see that storyline. I did not know that the storyline was gonna turn out to this shit right here, where people was literally in my comments and everybody else comments on the timeline trying to decipher whether or not you use your nephews to get a goddamn peach on this show. That should not be your narrative. And then you coming for everybody else, and then you gonna come for Candy of all people, who literally has taken care of everybody. But then you trying to say that she taking care of her man. And if she is taking care of her man, so the fuck what? So the fuck what? If that's what she want to do, that's what she want to do. Now, she sat there and she said that she didn't. And I do believe Ty be up there doing his own thing. Okay? But for you to just keep on bringing that shit up and then talking about something, you belittle this and you belittle that, your mama be belittling this and everything. Bitch, why don't you get a man so your mama can't belittle? Is your mama still here? I don't mean to say it like that, because I don't know. I'm literally just asking, okay? Like, you know so much about relationships and so much about marriages and stuff like that, but yet you are not in one. That's like, you know, y'all, I see why y'all say some of us single people need to just stop talking about people's relationships, because it just don't curl over, okay? Because, like, girl, what? It was just ridiculous. And then to throw all this shit up and then trying to bring up shit from Africa, talking about Ty said that Candy was a country bumpkin and all this shit. Candy said, well, bitch, hold the fuck up. That whole time that we was up in Africa, Child only talked to me the last day. I ain't never seen the motherfucker until the last day. That's when we started talking, and then we started talking up in Atlanta. So even if he did say some shit like that, which I'm pretty sure that he didn't, this Candy saying it, he's still with this country ass bumpkin, right? I said, so who won in the end, bitch? So is that really a fucking read to say that somebody was a country ass bumpkin? No. Okay? And then, you're saying that, and Ty had to come through and say, well, bitch, let me just tell you this. You can ask me how I feel, but you need to chill the fuck out, because I know how you came up into this circle. We all know how you came up in this circle. And, bitch, I was behind the scenes when you came onto this show. And I said, damn, he really was. And he said, yeah, you brought your way into this circle. I came into this circle with Phaedra. Yeah, ain't none of them motherfuckers liked your ass. And that's really true. That's kind of true. If you look back, they really weren't feeling her like that, okay? So I was just like, wow, this just turned into some mess. Once again, we can't have a trip without no drama, okay? Then you gonna say some Candy ain't known but in Atlanta. I'm in Chicago. I knew her, Candy. Candy said, bitch, I'm world fucking wide. Whether you know my songs, you know the goddamn songs that I wrote, okay? And, you know, they do the checklist and all this stuff. And then here come Sheree. I mean, she did do Broadway, but that's just New York. I said, girl, shut up. Shut up. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Okay? She said, bitch, you can take my ass. We went out there to Japan. You're singing my song on karaoke. Okay? So, you know, I get it. I get it. Marlo is jealous. At this point, I don't like to call people jealous. At this point, I just feel like it's jealousy. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand why. You want to be somebody's friend, but then you come at them so hard like this, and y'all go back and forth, and then you be upset when y'all not friends or whatever, because you know, look at how y'all treat each other. And I'm saying y'all. I just don't understand how any of these ladies are friends in this group. I really don't. Because I'm not finna fall out and do all... Bitch, John had to fucking leave. In the midst of all of this shit, John had to leave. Marlo got upset that Candy put that out there in front of everybody about the nephews. I was like, everybody already knew. What you talking about? Everybody already knew. What you talking about? The plus ones didn't know? 9 out of 10, they knew too. Because you know damn well Sheree told her friend. That bitch mouth almighty, okay? But anyway, Sonya trying to get the group back together. Like, come on. They apologized to Sonya. I said, girl, let's go to sleep and let's try this again. But Marlo, you fucking tried that shit. You really did. And I don't give a damn who started it, but Marlo, your reads, you got to come up with some more shit, okay? You can't come up against somebody that got more than you, that's doing better than you, and you ain't got nothing to show for it, because we still don't know how. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. Y'all, I'll see y'all later. All right? Peace.